Oops, I did it wrong. Oops, what did I do? I did it wrong. Wait, come back. Oh my goodness. Okay, close that. And here we go. I should copy this and then, let me get a Rebecca in here. Copy this and then broadcast Zoom meeting, boom, paste. New moon in Pisces, new moon in Pisces, a manifestation ritual. Okay. To request the workbook, let's see. I'm still trying to get the format, so sorry, y'all. To request the workbook, type workbook in the comments. Okay, share to your group, League of Badass Butterflies. Boom, we are ready. Hey, Rebecca, let me make you the co-host here. Participants. Rebecca is my co-host. There she is. Make host. All right. Hey, everyone. It's Crystal Lynn. Welcome to our bi-weekly moon ritual. And I'm excited. I'm excited because this is a new moon in Pisces, and that means really good things for us as spiritual beings. So today, what we're going to do during the ritual is basically, I'm going to, and I'm, I've been kind of feeling into how to do these rituals best to make them most effective. And obviously, I'm not able to do the rituals on the day that we are having the actual moon rising. And also, personally, I may not be all that fond of conducting moon rituals online. I have always conducted my moon rituals in person, in my home, in my studio, underneath the stars, with the rising sun, with the setting sun on the beach, okay? That has a really good feeling for me. And if I'm going to conduct a actual ritual live, that's what I would actually prefer to do with music. I've always had, musicians come in and, we ring bells, we chant, we light a fire, we dance. That's the kind of thing I like to do with my group moon rituals. So because I'm not in a space where I can do that, and also I'm focusing on other things, what I'm going to do is to keep these sessions very simple on Fridays. First of all, I will record the new and full moon meditation process, and I will no longer be doing that meditation during the live stream. That will be available for you to download. You can have it. You can just pop it in on your player, and you can set up your own environment for your moon rituals in a way that feels authentic and fun for you. And then you can just pop on the meditation when you're ready to do that. So during these Friday sessions, which I'm still going to be doing every other Friday, I'm going to get you set up with your workbook. I'm going to talk to you about the energy of the moon, and I'm going to, go through what's in the workbook, remind you of what might be important to provide for this particular moon, all these kinds of things so that you are prepared to do the ritual on your own, okay? All right, so if you all have feedback for me, no problem. Hey, Jacqueline, I'm glad that you made it. And yes, Rebecca will get that workbook to you, no problem. Thank you for popping in. I appreciate it. All right, so let's talk about the, well, actually, first of all, let me make a few announcements. First of all, Spiritual Life Coach Startup Bootcamp starts on Sunday. So if you are not enrolled in that, please get signed up. Rebecca, will you please put the link to Spiritual Life Coach Startup Bootcamp in the comments? It is also, the link is also in the description for today's live stream, so you can click on that there. But bootcamp is going to go for about 9 days. I have about, there are 5 days to the actual challenge. And then I created a bunch of bonus days. And on those bonus days, we are taking deep dives into information you need to build your business. For example, how you're going to make your first $40,000 in your business, how you're going to build your business, what that is going to look like, all of these kinds of things, okay? So if you can join for all the days of the boot camp, it would be great. Remember that if you cannot join live, just schedule it so that you can have some time to watch it on the same day. I'm going to recommend that you do your best to keep up with the boot camp, because the days will be taken down, the replays will be taken down within a few days. So, you know, by Monday, we need you all to watch it at least by Thursday. Okay, because otherwise boot camp will basically be over the following week. So we want you to kind of keep up with us. Even if you can't watch live, be sure to watch each video within 1 or 2 days, okay? And yeah, so tomorrow begins with an orientation. And I have a cool exercise that we're going to do where we're talking about like your burning desire for being a life coach. And this is a very powerful law of attraction exercise that I'm going to take you all through as a good way to get warmed up as we are starting this fun and exciting journey of Spiritual Life Coach Startup Bootcamp. You know, it's about jumpstarting your divine coaching business and getting yourself prepared to leave your 9-to-5 job so that you can really pursue your divine life purpose. This is super, super important, okay? And tomorrow, Sunday, during the first session, which is going to be our orientation, this exercise is designed to help you get really clear about your desire to become a spiritual life coach. And it will then, I've got these steps that you're going to take that's going to plant the seed within you. And I personally, this is how I built my business. And I've been in business, I've been doing this healing work since 2003, but my business has been in its current form for the last 11 years. And before that, I had a brick and mortar business for 6 years. So I've been doing this kind of work for 17 years. And one of the things that has been the driving force in me as a businesswoman, it has been a burning desire to create whatever it is in my business, whether it's a burning desire to create a fun and exciting boot camp for you, or whether it's a burning desire to create a 10-month certification program for women who want to become spiritual life coaches. It's always this intense creative force, an intense relationship with the divine feminine, and an intense relationship with the divine masculine, where I am consistently making sure that I'm doing all the things I need to do in order to build the business. Okay, so we're going to be talking about the burning desire tomorrow. I keep saying tomorrow. I'm excited. Obviously, I'm very excited and I want it to come sooner. But the fact is, I still need to do a little bit more work. So it would be okay if it comes when it comes, which is supposed to be on Sunday. All right. So Sunday at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time is when we're going to be doing our first orientation day for Spiritual Life Coach Startup Bootcamp. And I see that Lori is here. Hi, Lori. It's good to see you. And Elena. Thank you, Helena. I'm glad you all could join us today. So if you all are watching this live, will you please in the comments type #live, and if you're watching the replay, type #replay. Also, it is so helpful if you all would like the video or put a heart on it, give the video some love so that Facebook acknowledges that I'm actually a real creator here and not some kind of weird, bot who's just making up stuff that doesn't really exist, okay? So Rebecca, thank you so much for the confetti drop. We like confetti. Yes, thank you very much. And if you all will drop confetti in the comments, that's also super helpful for us here. So today is February 17th. It's Friday, February 17th, and the new moon rises. Look, it rises for me on February 20th, but I need to double check. New moon in Pisces 2023. Let me see exactly the time. Let me look up the new moon calendar, because I normally put the date in your time, but today I think it's in my time. I think I was contradicted. Yes, it's in my zone, it's 8:05 a.m. on February 20th, which is Monday. Okay, so for you all, the new moon is going to be rising in Pisces on Sunday night. All right, so most of you all are in the United States. So Eastern time, that should be 2:00 a.m. on Monday morning. Okay, 2:00 a.m. on Monday morning, Eastern Standard Time, the new moon is going to rise. And so what that means for your ritual is that you can do the ritual anytime on Sunday. You could even do your ritual on Saturday. That would be perfectly fine. Or you can do it on Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday. All right. So the closer you are to the new moon, the more powerful your ritual and your manifestation process will be. Believe me, it is no accident that I scheduled our orientation day for boot camp on the 19th of February. I knew that I was working with the new moon energy, and I love working with the new moon energy. So, by the way, did I introduce myself? I did not. My name is Crystal Lynn Bell, and I am a new moon lover. I'm a new moon lover and a full moon lover, and I am a certified spiritual life coach, and I am the founder of Badass Butterfly, and this incredible certification program that I have created. Okay, so with all those things that I do, I am a strong believer in creating life and living my life on two levels. One is in the feminine, so working with intuition, our feeling nature, our our magic, connecting to spirit, connecting with our energy, working with energy. All right. And the other level is the masculine, which is taking action, being in the world. The moon is feminine, the sun is masculine. So doing ritual at night is my favorite thing, or in the darkness. And going out and living my life like a badass during the day, okay, is what I like to do, how I like to do it. So what I'm doing here in the League of Badass Butterflies is I'm giving you practical knowledge to build your spiritual life coaching business and to learn what it takes to be a great certified spiritual life coach. Okay, that's what I do. I have a live stream every Tuesday, and my goal is to help you thrive as a spiritual life coach and to build your business like a badass. Okay, I want you to be successful. Now, the feminine is extremely important to me, and the masculine is very important too. And a lot of business building stuff is masculine. You know, how do you get clients? How do you write a blog post? What kind of things do you offer? That's all in the realm of the masculine. Building your website, you know, what do you do exactly to build your client list? How do you get an email list, sending out your newsletter, all those things, doing your stuff on social media, all super masculine, active stuff, okay? But the thing that is more important than all that is that you start, and all those masculine actions have to come from the feminine. The feminine is the origin. And this is why the new moon in Pisces is so important, because whereas in traditional astrology, we say that Pisces rules the 12th house, any astrologer worth their salt will say, yeah, but Pisces rules the first house. So we say that Pisces rules the 12th house because on the clock it falls in that 12th house position. But the fact is that the 12th house is the origin of life. It's the origin of you. And that is why astrologers will kind of, you know, tongue in cheek, and they'll say, yeah, the first house is actually the 12th house. And that's the rule. That's what's ruled by Pisces. So what is in the 12th house, and why is this important with us today? So that is ultimately what we're going to be talking about today, but I want to back it up a little bit, and I want to talk to you about the sun. Okay, so this is a new moon ritual. You cannot talk about the new moon without at least mentioning the sun. Now, and this is because the new moon and the sun are occupying the same house. So the moon becomes new when she moves around to the place wherever the sun is hanging out. So today, the sun moves into the sign of Pisces, which means everyone in the world is a little bit Pisces right now. And for the next 30 days, we are going to be a little bit Pisces. So what does that mean? Well, the nature of Pisces is sensitive, romantic, soft-hearted, loving, compassionate, empathic, okay, creative, imaginative. It is the Pisces personality is the embodiment of the beautiful aspects of the 12th house. It's also the embodiment of the darker aspects of the 12th house, but we'll talk about that in a different way in a few minutes, okay? So right now, the sun has moved into the 12th house, and we are all feeling and behaving and being a little bit Pisces. So as I said, we're more imaginative, we're more creative, more loving, sensitive, soft, more feminine. Pisces is a feminine sign. The feminine is very strong right now. So that is the nature of what is happening in the sun. When the sun moves into this sign, we all feel this way. Now, here's the deal. Pisces has all these wonderful, creative, positive traits, but this house is also extremely difficult and challenging. For folks like you and me, and I say you and me because I'm assuming that you're empathic, you're sensitive, you're spiritual, and you feel your feels a lot, okay? For us, when the sun moves into Pisces, we generally thrive because the sun comes in and it helps us feel grounded. It helps us have a little bit more analysis. It helps us feel more confident about who we are, because our natural sensitivity is heightened, but we are expert at that. So the sun represents authority. So for us sensitive people, we have more authority in this realm. So when the sun comes here, we are we're very much in our authority. We feel strong and we are comfortable here. Now, if you are someone who is not accustomed to feeling your feels and you run away from sensitivity and you are out of touch with your creativity, you're out of touch with your softness, you're afraid of vulnerability, okay? And keep in mind, this may not be you, but the people around you, your spouses, your coworkers, your friends, your parents. These are people maybe who are a little bit more left brain. So they're more rational, logical, and they do things and they want science and they want everything done factual and they want things done in a timely manner. They might be suffering right now because all of a sudden they can't move forward in the way that they normally do. And you are kind of like, yes, I love the fluidity of this moment. The sun is in Pisces. I feel my feels and there is clarity. And they're like, I feel my feels and this feels scary, okay? I feel my feels. I'm not accustomed to working with my subconscious mind. I'm not accustomed to dealing with my pain. I'm not accustomed to dealing with trauma. I'm not accustomed to like looking at the moon and the shadows and dealing with that from a feeling standpoint, okay? So for those of us who are leaders in this realm, okay, for those of us who are leaders with our sensitivity, our empathy, our feeling nature, our femininity, we are the ones who have to kind of hold it together while all the more masculine, left-brained people are breaking down, feeling their feelings for the first time in a year, okay? So Pisces, you might have heard this before. Pisces is known as the dustpan of the zodiac, okay? And whatever you have not taken care of over the last 12 months or last 11 months, you've got to handle it now, okay? So again, folks like you and I, we're doing shadow work, we're journaling, we're working with the moon every month, so we're in touch with our feelings. But the rest of those people who are in denial, who stuff down their feelings, hello, the sun is in Pisces, we've got the new moon in Pisces, and then we're gonna have a full moon in Virgo happening all during, the next 30 days. Those people are going to be experiencing some emotional upheaval, okay? And it's up to us to help them hold their shit together, all right? So this is the nature of what's going to be going on with these next 30 days, okay, while the sun is transiting Pisces. Now, the new moon is coming early on. Boom. The sun is in Pisces for 2 days. We automatically have the moon in there. She is moving in next to the sun and she is like, hey, let's create. So if you'll remember, sex ed, okay, when a man and a woman come together, there is union and you make a baby. All right, the sperm and the egg come together, there's union and you make a baby, all right? Well, when the sun, masculine, and the moon, feminine, come together in a sign, okay, that's when the moon is new, that is when it's time to make a baby, y'all. So your baby is what you get to decide. All right, so new moons are time of creation and thinking about what you want to give birth to. Now, just to know, it is not that you're going to make a baby today. Babies are not born in one day. or they're not made and born in one day. Okay, they need to develop and grow. So the seed that you plant today is going to be the thing that nurtures, evolves, and grows over the next 9 to 10 months as the universe is cycling and as you are cycling through this creative process. So new moons are about manifestation. It's about laying the seeds of what you want to create today, because the new moon and the sun are together, and this is a time for creation. Okay, so I'm going to pause and I'm going to see if you all have any questions. I'm on a roll. I'm just talking. If you have questions, comments, please type them into the chat. I've got people on Zoom here. I see Christina is with me. Hey, Christina. And by the way, if you need the workbook for this new moon, type workbook in the comments and Rebecca will get that for you. Rebecca, if you will please on Zoom, put that link on Zoom for the people who are here with me on Zoom. And for Facebook, if you want the workbook, Rebecca's going to send that to you. I just need you in the comments to type workbook. And I see that Francesca and Erica have joined me. Hey, y'all. And Gloria is here. Hey, Gloria. So I need you all to type workbook if you want the workbook, and Rebecca will DM you that in a message, okay? So creation, creativity, giving birth to something, or rather laying the seeds for the thing you want to give birth to in several months, okay? That's what new moons are about. So where the moon and sun are going to determine the nature of the things that you are going to be best at manifesting right now, okay? So the moon and the sun are in the 12th house, and this is where we have, again, imagination, creativity, the subconscious mind, and spiritual connection. Now, if you'll recall, let me say this the right way. Just a few minutes ago, I was saying that the 12th house is like the first house of the zodiac because it's where everything about you originates before you come into life. So on the zodiac wheel, the 12th house is over here, and then the first house is right next to it, right? It's like a pie. So here's 12, and then here's 1, okay? 12 is the pre-life, and then 1 is the life. The first house is your body, your mind, your personality, okay? Well, before you are a body, mind, and personality, you are a soul, you are karma, you are karmic debt, you are your ancestors, you are your soul contracts, you are your life purpose, you are all these things that are energetic, and you are pre-existence. So when we are working with Pisces, we are working with the unseen, unmanifested aspects of you and your being. So the kinds of things we want to be looking at right now are like, well, what should I be here? Like, who am I at the core, and what can I improve? Like, what can I bring out? Now, this is where I'm Pisces sun and rising. Woohoo! Francesca, look, that is adorable, okay? That is a lot of Pisces, okay? That's a lot of fish, a lot of swimming. That is wonderful. I personally really love Pisceans, and I love it when the sun comes into Pisces because I get soft, I get relaxed, I stop being so fucking edgy, okay? I relax into doing shadow work, you know, I take my time, I go deeper than I ever have, I cry, and it feels so good. So it's wonderful to meet you, Francesca. So what we're going to do right now, I'm going to open up our workbook for today. And I'm going to show that to you here, and I'm going to share my screen so that you all can see it, okay? Let's see, here we go. Boom. Francesca, when is your birthday? Because you must have a birthday coming up soon. Sun in Pisces, it's got to be coming up soon. Here we go. Okay, share screen. New moon manifestation ritual. Here we go. March 1st. Okay, excellent. Very good. Happy early birthday, sweetheart. Oh, I have so many Pisces people around me. It is really wonderful because they're so nurturing. Pisces people are the most nurturing people in the zodiac. Like my Piscean friends listen. They listen deeply and they reflect and they get it. They understand my pain and they always say things like, oh, it must be so hard. And I'm like, yeah, it is hard. I'm suffering. And they are so sincere about it and they get it. They're like, gosh, darn it. Oh, you know, that's just terrible, Crystal. And yes, Pisces people rock. So one of the beautiful things that I want you all to be thinking about manifesting right now is like more of that Piscean energy. Now, if you're sensitive already, you're like, I don't really need to manifest more sensitivity. But one of the great things about Pisceans is that they are masters of sensitivity. Now, you all can contradict me, but what I have found is that out of Cancer and Scorpio and Pisces, these are our water signs, Pisces is the most sensitive and the most in control. Like they manage their sensitivity incredibly well. Like a Pisces has a strong, like a fierceness about them. I think that probably comes from having the traditional rulership of both Neptune and Jupiter. So it makes them, and those are both masculine energies, but those are obviously, those are energies that are super, super masculine, but you know, they are the rulers of these emotions. So I think that Pisceans have tremendous fortitude around their emotions, and they actually don't break. Like I've seen Cancer women break, I've seen Scorpio women break, and I have yet to see a Pisces woman break, even through a double mastectomy and a divorce and tremendous loss all at the same time. Like I've seen the Pisceans like, hey, bring it, like, let's do this, you know, but still feeling their feelings and being incredibly resilient people. So your potential manifestations your potential manifestations during this time can really focus on finding that beautiful tenderness, that beautiful connection to the feminine, while maintaining your dignity and maintaining your presence during with deep emotions and doing work to manifest that kind of thing. So let's tuck into the workbook where I can kind of show you what I'm talking about. Okay, I've got some stuff for you in here. First of all, so this is our workbook. Okay, my trusty assistant Rebecca designs the workbooks for us, and she's put together another beautiful workbook. And we've got some recommendations for you. Right now, you can't see it there. It's over here. I have my, there, I have my essential oil diffuser going with a little bit of clove and lemon essential oil. And I give you the reasons why we've chosen these oils, but mainly clove is very warming, it's very grounding. Piscean is very sensitive in the heart. Clove is super tonifying and nurturing for the heart and soul. So using some clove bud essential oil will be really great during this period and with your new moon ritual. I put mine in the oil burner. You can, if you like to use oils during your ritual, make sure you put your essential oils in a carrier oil, dilute them, depending on the brands you use. I use really good essential oils, so that I tend to need to dilute them a lot, otherwise they will burn your skin. So if you're gonna put them on your skin, dilute them. If you're gonna put them in your diffuser, put them with water, okay? All right, and so using clove will be really good. Also, we have an amethyst recommendation, a gemstone recommendation, and for this particular transit, we're recommending amethyst, which is a very, very expansive stone, but it's also really, really good. So it's expansive up here for your crown, which is very ideal for Piscean energy, but also it's a grounding stone. It'll help you stay very connected in your body. And yeah, so amethyst is great. And also I love that amethyst is easily accessible. You know, you can usually find some amethyst, beautiful amethyst somewhere close nearby. All right, so get your gemstone, get your essential oil. Now, in the ritual booklet, the workbook, you are going to see the ritual written out. And what you need to do is just go in and study it, see what see what I'm recommending for you. All right, wearing white, setting the mood, lighting some incense or putting in your essential oils, getting some candles, and then getting your workbook and getting to work in your workbook. All right, so I think that the moon ritual is not just about meditation and lighting candles, but it's actually about the work that you do to prepare you for the ritual. And the work that you do with the energies is very much about the ritual as well, which is why I've created this workbook, okay? So there is a meditation here, all right? A meditation process. Boom, boom, boom. I'm going to come back to that. First, I want to talk to you about the workbook, all right? So there are two aspects to the workbook. There's the general work that you should do with every new moon, okay? Which follows, there's the workbook which follows, like after you've done the ritual, how do you feel, okay? And then the next part of the workbook, that's how do you feel and what did you experience? And then the next part of the workbook is about the new moon in the sign, okay? Now, I realize that the way I have this book set up is a little bit confusing. And Rebecca, please make a note to change this around. Let's put the worksheet, the astrological worksheet first. I've always put the astrological worksheet after for some reason, because in my mind, the way I used to do it was I would do the work, the meditation, and then I would do the worksheet. But actually, I like it better if you do the work, the worksheet first, and then you do the meditation. That's how I've evolved. And so that's how I'm going to recommend that you all do it. So Rebecca, starting with the next workbooks from the full moon and the new moon, let's move those let's move the astrological worksheets for the moons. Let's move that up to starting at page 4, so that it comes after the essential oil and gemstone recommendations. So for the future, you all will know that that's what we'll see. So it'll be the worksheet, and then the new moon ritual will follow that, okay? So for right now, it is at the end. So you're gonna start with the end and then work your way backwards, you guys. All right, so the astrological worksheet for the new moon in Pisces is going to just kind of give you a little reminder of what you're working on. And it tells you what the keywords are for Pisces. And then it asks you, which of these keywords are you going to want to incorporate more? How do I say that? Of which of these keywords do you want to incorporate more in your life? Okay, because these are words that really represent kind of the Piscean energy and the opportunity right now. Because whenever there's a new moon, there's an opportunity for you to become more of whatever is happening in this sign. And like I said, Pisces is romantic, and they're receptive and tolerant and emotional and fluid and receptive and tender, right? So which of these Pisces keywords do you want to incorporate more of in your life? So writing that down as a part of your pre-ritual work, okay? How has my inner world improved since this time last year? All right, what particular challenges and obstacles have I overcome that helped me develop my inner strength and feelings of success? So this is a very straightforward question, but this is getting you in the mood to work on creating, okay? New moons are a time of creating, full moons are a time of healing. So this is a creative time. I'm getting you warmed up to be creative and to think about what you want to manifest. I'm hopefully elevating your mood, okay? What are my spiritual strengths? What are my emotional strengths? Where am I energetically a badass? This is the realm of Pisces. Where are you good in the Pisces realm, okay? What is my relationship with the unseen world? What do I believe in? How much do I believe in spirituality? How real is my faith, okay? What percentage of my life is governed by my intuition and feeling nature? This is about like articulating like your relationship with the unseen world, which is the realm of Pisces. This is asking you to account for that and giving you the opportunity to kind of say, well, you know, I could improve my faith, you know, like where you're short, this is a chance for you to say, I'd like to improve that. Okay, because again, this is about manifesting. I'd like to manifest a more powerful relationship with the divine, you know? For me, this is a really important year for me. I'm very connected to the divine, but I feel like another level is coming. And so you can bet that this is about assessing kind of where I am right now and how I can turn up my relationship with God, how I can turn up my relationship with my soul, how I can turn up my relationship with my spirit guides, okay? Who are my specific spirit guides? Looking at number 5, which deities, angels, elementals, or other entities do I sense or recognize in the world with me, right? So getting in touch with your spirit guides is a part of this process because they are listening to your soul. They are communicating with your higher self, and they are taking action on behalf of your personality or your earthly self so that you can get to where you need to go. So like taking this time during these next 30 days to really get in touch with who's around you, it's gonna like really make the next year, because keep in mind, this is the 12th house Pisces is the 12th house. This is the end of the astrological year. Things are going to start up new March 21st when spring starts and the sun moves into Aries. Life begins when the sun moves into Aries, and you are going to be pulled out of this kind of very wonderful space of spirituality, and you're going to be pulled into the 3D. So you want to be aligned with the most powerful aspects of the unseen world and your spiritual guidance team, so that when it's time to give birth to yourself again in spring, to come into physical form, you are aligned with the most powerful aspect of your energetic self. And that's what this is about, okay? If I could call in some really cool spiritual superpowers, what would they be? Okay, and how would I use them in my daily life? And how would I use these superpowers to create a really satisfying life for myself in the future, right? And how would I use these to serve other people? Because we are life coaches, right? How can I use these superpowers to serve other people? I guarantee you that me doing these moon rituals and creating these workbooks and all the other things that I create in the group that you have experienced, it all comes from me and my relationship with the divine. I don't create anything from my ego. My ego creates nothing. Everything that I do is about my soul and my spirit guides and my relationship with God, and bringing forth things that are being channeled through me. And yeah, I get to add a little creativity. Like, I don't like that color. I gave Rebecca a color scheme yesterday. I said, Rebecca, I'm tired of the old colors. I want some new colors. We're integrating these colors. And so when you see boot camp next week, if you've been in the group, you're going to see like a bunch of bold colors. And there's yellow and green and blues, things we've never used before. And I'm sure Rebecca was like, okay, where's this coming from? Yeah, it's coming from Crystalline's ego and her boredom with her old color scheme, okay? But that's all. Everything else comes from spirit. All right, so this is a chance for you to look at, what do you want to manifest? How do you want to like expand your spiritual energy with this new moon in Pisces? So number 7, if the superpowers in question 4 are actually real and available to you through practice, what would those powers look like and what are they specifically, right? So really what I'm wanting here is for you to kind of account for how you are, what you're going to do to nurture and develop those superpowers, right? So for me, okay, and I know this is different. I know this is a challenge for a lot of people. We have a tendency to start something and then stop it. Like we'll start something, we'll be into it for 3 days, and then we're on to the next thing, several days later. And I'm a strong believer in actually following through. And if I make a promise to myself, I actually keep that promise. And I like to help you all step into that. So some of these questions are kind of meant to challenge you to embrace taking on qualities and integrating them and making them a part of your lifestyle and who you are for the long term, not just while you've got excitement about it for the moment, okay? So sometimes you'll hear me talk about like doing just 1%, but making a commitment to improve your life 1%. That's a really important thing. Like if you want to incorporate something, don't take it all on today. Instead, understand that this is going to be about developing and moving that thing closer to you 1% at a time. Habits are developed 1% at a time. You do a little bit today, and then you do a little bit tomorrow. And it's just that little bit consistently that actually changes your trajectory and moves you closer to the thing you actually ultimately want, okay? That comes straight from James Clear's Atomic Habits. He talks about the 1% and changing your trajectory. Read that book if you want to learn more about how to change your habits, okay? Question 8, if I were an alchemist, what would be the elements I use and what would I transform? Okay, now for this, you can look at this as a purely energetic question, or you can actually make it more, more physical, okay? So alchemy is about kind of taking something that is high vibrational and bringing other things toward it, but not lowering the vibration of it, okay? So don't let doing things to not let the high vibration drop, okay? Like for example, if you're really positive and you go into a room full of negative people, it is really understandable why your vibration might drop. And you might find yourself feeling tired or grumpy or irritable, and all of a sudden your good mood has dwindled and you're just kind of like in a funk all of a sudden because you've been around these negative people. Well, alchemy is more about understanding and finding the value, the high vibe of that positive thing, and allowing things that are baser or lower to, like, how do you bring those base things in and raise them, elevate the base so that it's vibrating at a higher frequency, okay? That's alchemy, and that's the beauty of being a life coach. That is what we do. You know, we stay strong on our coaching calls, and our clients are dealing with the darkest of, you know, they're in terror, they're dealing with anxiety, they're dealing with loss. Well, we have to maintain our high vibration as we elevate them, not by forcing positivity on them. That is not fucking alchemy. That's abuse, okay? Don't force positivity on people. Alchemy is learning how to finesse the energy so that you maintain your height, your elevation, but you bring people along gently so that they feel a natural expansion and they are naturally raised higher and higher, okay? Well, you got to do that for yourself as well, okay? So this question is an opportunity for you to look at how you can raise your own vibration and how you can raise your vibration and bring those parts of yourself that are maybe stuck, okay? How can you use alchemy to elevate those without abusing yourself, like without forcing yourself? Oh, you gotta get higher. Oh, you shouldn't feel these feelings, okay? How can you do that for yourself? But also, how can you do that in the world around you, just on a practical level? All right. And that you might discover some really wonderful ways to do that while we have this new moon in Pisces and this sun transit Pisces. Next question is, where would I like to be standing at this time next year, right? This is the end. This is Happy New Year. This is like the end of the year, the astrological year. So we're looking forward. What do we want to create? Where do I want to be next year? In what ways would I like to be different than I am now? Which of my attitudes and perceptions would I like to transform? Okay, it's a great time to look at this. Why? Because Pisces rules your subconscious mind. So as you are answering this question, your subconscious mind is opening because the sun and the moon are there opening it up for you. So what is subconscious right now and what is unseen right now is revealing itself. It's there for us to go in and explore and to work with. So this is a great time for doing shadow work. Not right now while we're dealing with the new moon, but once the new moon passes in 2 or 3 days and, you know, the sun is illuminating all of our shadows, this is a wonderful time to do shadow work and to work on healing things that are beyond our, usually beyond our reach, okay? It can be very difficult to access your subconscious mind. For those of us on this call, maybe less so. All right. I know one of my dear clients or students is here, Lori. Lori, I don't know if you're still on the call, but Lori has incredible access to her subconscious mind all the time. And she has a wonderful way of like knowing that she's super sensitive, but being super tender and, you know, like being able to articulate what's going on there. Like, so being able to stay rational but also to be able to be in that feeling nature and whatever is going on there. So this is an opportunity for you all to actually embrace that for yourselves as well, okay? Number 10, what are the primary ways I cope with my negative emotions? Uh-oh. What are my coping strategies, okay? And what are the current coping strategies that I use which may be detrimental to my emotional health, okay? The reason I'm asking this is because of what I just said. Many of us we keep a lid on our emotions and we are coping with them by suppressing them. And some of us are coping with them by repressing them, you know, subconsciously. We don't know that we are pushing these things down. Well, sometimes it feels like that is a good thing to do. And in some cases, that is a good thing to do, you know. Well, okay, look, rarely is it a good thing to suppress your emotions. To put them aside is a little bit different than suppressing. Like, I can't deal with you right now. Emotions, I'm gonna be calm right now, but we're gonna go home and deal with you later. That is kind of like dealing with things in the moment. That is a way of coping with your emotions, like letting them know that I'm going to deal with you later. But eventually what you have to do is not cope. You actually have to go and deal with those emotions. That's what you need to do, okay? All right, so this is an opportunity. This question is a way for you to kind of look at yourself and to see, like, what are you doing with your negative emotions? Excuse me, let me cough a bit. I forgot to bring water to the table, so all right. So this is an opportunity for you to look at how you're not dealing with things that you should be dealing with. Okay, again, 12th house, dustbin of the zodiac, or the dustpan of the zodiac. This is a chance to deal with things that you have not dealt with. Okay, and look, the universe is going to make it happen. You might as well open your eyes and go willingly and do it, you know, co-create it with the universe and not make the universe pull it out of you, because the universe will pull it out of you. All right. We're almost to the end here, y'all. We've got two more questions. As the current astrological year comes to a close, what unfinished business have I been putting off? Okay, what actions can I take now to help me finish this astrological year with a good, clean slate? All right, super self-explanatory. I've been saying it. All right, what do you need to handle? What business do you need to handle? Now is the time. And this last question is really about kind of closing this year out and making a really big step for yourself, right? Self-advocacy. If I could lay some part of myself to rest, what would it be and why? So what is ready to die? What aspect of yourself are you done with? Hi, I'm done with blah, blah, blah. I'm done with making this bad decision, okay? I'm done with sabotaging myself. This is about confronting that and making a decision to do that. And this is a great time. The universe is so supportive of this kind of stuff right now, okay? So that is our last question. If you all have any questions, any concerns, anything like that you want to throw out to me, please let me know in the chat, and I will be more than happy to answer your questions. All right. It looks like everybody's good. I see Carrie Ann has joined us. Hey, Carrie Ann, and Randy. Hey, Randy. Nice to see you. Thanks for joining, everyone. So that is the workbook for now. And as I said, in the future, you will see this worksheet placed at the toward the beginning of the workbook. Okay, and then after this worksheet, you are going to then you're going to then see the ritual. All right, and at the end of this ritual is another workbook, and you're like, or another worksheet, and you're like, Crystalline, what's with you and all the workbooks and the worksheets? Well, this is how healing happens, babes. Okay, this is how it happens. You take some time, you rationally write stuff out, you do a ritual, and then you go and you write some more. All right, and that's exactly what we're doing. Okay, so your job is to do the worksheet, answer those questions that I just went over with you, and then your job is to come back, do this ritual, okay, and then answer these questions after you've done the ritual. And these questions are along the line of what you experienced during your ritual. What messages did you get? What's coming up for you? Where did you notice blockages, as you were doing your manifestation ritual? What are you going to do to smooth out those blockages? And what fears have come up with you? You've done this ritual, you're trying to move forward. What fears are coming up? Hey, I believe in taking care of, like, having an immaculate energetic system, okay? And this is how you have an immaculate energetic system. You don't ignore shit. All right, so Crystalline is providing you a system of managing whatever is going on with you. That's why I'm asking you to write so much. I know the people in my program, in my certification program, they're like, you want me to write again? And I'm like, yes, honey, write again. And the people who are further along, they start off and they're like, what is with this chick and getting us to do all these worksheets and all these processes? But then at the end, when they're putting their programs together and they're getting into launch mode, they are like, Crystalline, thank you. Thank you for making me do this. I learned so much and I can't believe it's going so well. I really, really am so grateful. I love this, man. It is good. And yes, this stuff is tedious. And it's hard to do it by yourself sometimes. That's why I come on here, I get you started. I invite you to share yourself in the group. Feel free to share, what you're going through, what you're experiencing in the group, what you experienced during the rituals. You're more than welcome to share that. And I will give you feedback. If you want an accountability partner, I'm right here. Okay. So feel free to do this. Okay. Now, so here's the thing. It is already an hour that has passed, which is why I am no longer doing the meditations live, because for me to do the meditation, I need a good 30 minutes. Now, that just makes this session really long. It makes it an hour and a half. So I'm going to do the session. I'm going to record this session tomorrow morning, and I'm going to upload it to here in the league so you can have it. And I'm going to also do an audio file so that you can have it as a downloadable thing that you can just keep and have it, and you won't even have to worry about having the meditation. Again, you'll be able to have it on your, in your files, so you can play it whenever you want to have my voice, this voice, doing your moon meditations. I promise not to do it using that accent. Okay, I promise. I'm gonna do it nice. All right. So tomorrow morning, I will wake up and I will create the meditation as a downloadable MP3. I will record it, and maybe I'll even put some music to it, and I will make it available here in the group. You can download it from here. And I will see, maybe on Monday, I can ask Rebecca to email that to you all. Email you a link. You all can download it. Actually, I'll have Rebecca set up a landing page for it. Rebecca, hear me, okay? Add this to your list of to-dos, to your list of many to-dos, okay? You do not have to do this today. Do it on Monday, because I know you have a lot to get done for me before the weekend. But for Monday, create a landing page for those ladies who want to download an MP3 of the new and full moon rituals. You all can put in your email, and they will be mailed, they will be sent to your inbox immediately. So once Rebecca will create the landing page on Monday, you all will have, and I will record the video, the things this weekend. I will upload the new moon here. So if you want to hear me do the new moon ritual, it'll be here. If you don't want to hear me do the new moon ritual, everything is written out. The script is written out here. So you just follow it yourself, and you can do it yourself. You can create your own, meditation, okay, using my script if you want to, okay? Anyway, I will get that done, and as I said. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and sign off, because it's been an hour. I don't have any water, and yeah, I'm going to stop. And I'm going to let you all go. So thank you all so much for joining me. As a reminder, Spiritual Life Coach Startup Boot Camp starts tomorrow. So if you are ready to jumpstart your divine coaching business, then you need to join me here tomorrow. Same Zoom link, okay? Or just come into Facebook, but at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right. So if you're in California, that's going to be at 7:30 in the morning. All right. And you all can figure out your time zones, but 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here or on Zoom. And we've got such a cool, it's going to be so great. Boot camp, so cool. All right. I'm excited, y'all. So I will see you all on Sunday. Okay. And I'll be back with the moon meditation by tomorrow morning, and you all can take that. Okay. I'm going to put a reminder in my phone right now. All right, signing off. Bye for now, everyone. Bye. Happy new moon in Pisces. Bye, everyone.